Hi, I'm Tsvetelina, and I'm originally from Bulgaria, a media studies scholar and anthropologist. Most of my work has been on the political and social impacts and dimensions of digital technologies and infrastructures. So here at KHK, I'm working on a project that I've been very interested in pursuing for quite a while, and it's a historical project based on archival research that looks at the initiative in socialist Bulgaria in the late socialist period from mid-60s onwards to introduce information gathering and automated processing of data in the governance of social life and production. You can see how particular teams in particular cities and towns around the country were working to understand how information functions in society and how it can be operated, operationalized rather, to make the governance of society easier and potentially lead to prosperity. It might sound kind of naive, but I find the utopian aspect of this project very interesting and inspiring because it kind of shows an alternative vision of a future based on process of digitalization and automation, a vision of a future that is arguably different from what we are experiencing now that these technologies have achieved such an advanced stage of development that are influencing us to a greater and greater extent each day. If you look at almost any kind of research in the social sciences and humanities that is being done on contemporary issues, they inevitably involve some aspect of digitality because digital technologies have become so ingrained in our life and so many different areas of life. They have become essentially a vital infrastructure for all of the things that we do in society. So in a way, any social process or research in any social processes, political processes, economic processes today involves kind of engaging with digital technology. But what we're experiencing today with large language models is, of course, very different because they can produce texts, and they can produce texts that are passable as research outputs, and there is a kind of increasing unease about how to engage with these technologies and the extent to which they can be incorporated in research activities or banned and avoided. So I think this kind of creates a very unique situation where the impact of digital technologies on social sciences is something that intellectual labor hasn't really experienced to such a dramatic extent, the possibility of its automation and substitution by machines. So I think that this kind of changes the stakes of engaging with digital technologies in research and analyzing on the side of researchers. So I think it makes it an issue that is not just kind of a curious object of research or a tool, but also a political issue of how we prepare for a possible future where we don't have the upper hand in a situation of bargaining for jobs and social status or ability to determine what research means and who it is for.